Childline Zimbabwe is a non-profit, non-governmental organization that seeks to provide children, families, and those involved with children a preventative educational and rehabilitation service in addition to research and advocacy. Childline was launched in Zimbabwe on the 1st of April 1998. It started as a free post service for children without access to a telephone or money for a stamp. This was the first for Zimbabwe.
Childline provides a unique service whereby children are able to phone in, or any other people who are concerned with the welfare of children around can phone in through our call center, number 116. That's the short digit number, which is easily remembered by children and other individuals. We've got two call centers, one in Harare and the other one in Bulawayo. We provide 24/7 counseling to children and their families through the phone. But should there be any cases that need follow-up, we also provide follow-up and home visits through our social workers.
As the name suggests, drop-in, it means people are free to come in with issues, and these are mainly children who have been abused, or various kinds of abuses. And when they come in, we have managed to create this child-friendly space, the drop-in office, so that when they come in, we ensure that they are free, they are comfortable to tell their story.
Currently, Childline offers free confidential telephone helpline and counseling children and their families 24 hours a day, 365 days of the year, in 3 languages that are local to Zimbabwe. The telephone-based helpline is available by simply calling the child-friendly, easy-to-remember short code number 116.
We respond to the callers that call 116. And so the calls are various. They come from children, older people, about children, even people who are old that are having problems. We ask the child about the circumstances of what the problem is. And from there, we talk. We determine the best way that she can be helped, either way she is. And if she can't be helped from that side, as we are taking down the cases, we are also making recommendations and assessing what needs to be done. And then when we have put down our cases, they'll be forwarded to the social workers who will make a follow-up on those issues.
Childline provides counseling for a wide range of issues and challenges affecting children, including abuse, physical, emotional, sexual, and child pornography, abuse at school, bullying and harassment, learning and educational problems, access to school and education, neglect, abandonment, homelessness, HIV and AIDS information and counseling, relationship problems with peers, parents, carers, and domestic violence, sexual problems and pregnancy, depression, loneliness, and thoughts of suicide.
Sexual abuse is really affecting children. As Childline Zimbabwe, on a monthly basis, we get like 1,000 cases, and these are walking cases across our centers in the country. Of these, 15% are purely sexual abuse cases. Then 14% is neglect cases, 10% is emotional abuse cases, and 6% is physical abuse cases. Most of the reasons can be said to be a bit cultural. You know, at times we have fathers abusing their own children, abusing their own female children as well as the male children. And at times, like I was saying, some bit of cultural practices. One might be sick, then they are told to do ABC, and then the end result is that we get a child abused at the end of it all, and it's mostly sexual abuse.
The Helpline Center receives an average of 1,000 calls per day, with serious cases, especially those to do with sexual abuse, being given first priority.
When we receive a call, we normally classify the calls from level 1 to level 3. Level 1 being the agent calls. It could be sexual abuse cases or extreme physical abuse cases. These are the ones that we classify as level 1 calls. So when a case is received through the helpline and it is identified as a level 1 case, we have to make follow-up within 24 hours with the respective client.
Childline has been able to secure funding to appoint 2 social workers whose primary role is to follow up cases of abuse when help is requested. The number of cases requiring the input of the social worker has risen dramatically as the concept of Childline and its services becomes more widely known.
We do have offices across the country. Then, in addition to that, we have the helpline, which is manned 24/7, 365 by trained volunteers. So if we get a call, we then coordinate with the officer in that area. For instance, we get a call from Mutare, we get it through the helpline. We then coordinate with our officer there in order to ensure that we deliver the best service for the child. In terms of impact, we do have 75 to 85% of children reporting improvement in psychosocial well-being.
From the call centers, we're able to make follow-up visits. So the continuous and the increase in number of cases that are being reported through the helpline, that's the call center, we can safely say the community in general has good confidence in that service.
The interest shown to the work that Childline does has led many requests for Childline to extend its services around Zimbabwe. There are approximately 6,500 schools in Zimbabwe, and ideally, if resources were available, each school should be visited. But until this becomes a reality, the new Grade 5 Social Studies syllabus will include Childline in the textbook. Childline works closely with the Department of Social Services, the police, and other partners.
But we also have an outreach department staffed with 2 officers, one here in Harare and the other one in Bulawayo. They carry out awareness raising campaigns within schools and communities. At times they're invited in churches and other institutions where they provide information on child sexual abuse and other forms of abuses. Our social workers who are also on the ground, whenever they go out for cases, if they are making follow-up on home visits for reported cases, they also provide information to stakeholders and other places. And Childline is also part of the child protection network. We are an affiliate member to a number of clusters that are into children's protection. So we also participate in those forums, and we are widely accepted in most schools and institutions where we go and provide information and education pertaining to child sexual abuse and other forms of abuse that can be perpetrated against children.
Looking into the future, Childline plans to go internationally.
Our plan is to expand in terms of our services, in terms of our centers, etc. But at the same time, what we really are interested in is being able to comprehensively manage the cases that we already receive from these children using the case management approach. That is where I see Childline. At the moment, we have 53% of children referred for level 1 that are participating in a comprehensive case management. That is, we follow up on them, we provide referrals, and we link them with other service providers. We have at least 53% at the moment. So for the future of Childline, our target, I'd really say, in as much as it might seem more ambitious, is 100%.
We also want to explore other ways through which children can report cases. For example, there is the sudden increase or influx in the use of ICTs in the country. And we hope children with the increase in tele access and internet access that we're having in our societies, we can also tap into that, providing online counseling through different social ICT platforms, such as SMS, WhatsApp, Facebook.